Nagaland's COVID-19 cases continue to rise alarmingly, with the worst hit Dimapur and Kohima districts reporting more fresh cases today, with no respite from the surge in the cases. India achieves a remarkable feat today by surpassing more than 10 lakh recoveries from COVID-19. A total of 10,20,582 people have recovered in the country. And 3 soldiers of the Assam Rifles are killed as militants strike in Manipur's border district of Chandel last evening. 6 others are also injured in the attack. We are back at this time once again. Well, hello viewers, welcome to this news broadcast from News and Trends. With those headlines, we now take you to the top stories of this bulletin. First, the update on COVID-19 in Nagaland. COVID-19 cases continue to rise alarmingly, with the worst hit Dimapur and Kohima districts reporting more fresh cases today. State's Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangipom informed in his tweet this afternoon that 48 fresh cases of COVID-19 positive have come out from the 516 samples tested. 32 cases were from Dimapur and 16 in Kohima. The minister said that all necessary contact tracing have been fully activated for all safety precautions. In another tweet this morning, the minister lauded Team IDSP for putting up all efforts in minutely recording and monitoring all COVID-19 cases in the state. He expressed his gratitude to all the district surveillance team for taking up all contact tracing in a fast-track manner to break the chain of transmission. Dimapur's tally of the coronavirus continues to surge even as the district remained the worst hit in terms of the number of positive cases of the coronavirus. An addition of 32 cases today takes its tally of total number of cases to 605, with 2 fatalities and active cases at 436. Under lockdown, Dimapur has seen cases rise to 173 in just 8 days. State capital, where the lockdown is also being enforced for a week beginning 25th July, the number of fresh cases continues to surge. A total of 226 cases have been reported from Kohima within the last 8 days, including today's fresh cases. The alarming rate at which the positive cases are emerging has forced the district administration to enforce a total lockdown in the district for a week to allow health authorities to conduct contact tracing and surveillance within the Kohima municipality. Overall, 443 positive cases have been reported so far, with an addition of 16 new cases today. A total of 127 patients have recovered, and active cases in Kohima stand at 316. Kifri still remains the only district in the state that has not reported any COVID-19 cases so far. And as per the data provided by the Department of Health and Family Welfare, the state's tally of total positive cases now stand at 1,566, with 625 recovered and active cases at 935. 4 persons have succumbed to the virus from the state. Recovery rate stands at 39.91%. With no respite from the surge in the cases in Dimapur and Kohima, authorities are grappling with the onslaught of new coronavirus transmissions in various colonies and marketplaces, and which has led to pressure from public in Kohima and Dimapur for extension of the current total lockdown. The 7-day lockdown in Kohima began on July 25 and ends on July 31st, while the 8-day lockdown in Dimapur began on July 26 and ends on August the 2nd. With public gripped by fears of community transmission, there are indications that the district task forces of Kohima and Dimapur will have to take stock of the situation in the next few days before deciding on whether or not to extend the lockdown period. Meanwhile, advisor for horticulture Mathan Yantham, who tested positive for COVID-19 along with his bodyguard, self-declared on Twitter yesterday. He said, and I quote, "Although my COVID-19 test report came positive, I show no symptoms and I am doing absolutely fine. Currently, I am in home isolation and under proper care. I'm hopeful that I'll emerge healthier and stronger, unquote. In his tweets, State's Health and Family Welfare Minister Pangipom has wished advisor Mathang speedy recovery. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister's office tweeted to inform that few persons in the Chief Minister's residential complex have tested positive for COVID-19. It said all SOPs are being implemented. The complex is being sanitized and the residential office closed for 48 hours. The normal functioning of the CMO is continuing following all guidelines. As a safety precaution, the Chief Minister is in home quarantine while strict adherence to SOPs have been put in place for primary and secondary contacts, the tweet said. The CMO in the Nagaland Civil Secretariat is functioning normally, the tweet added. Meanwhile, the 6th session of the 13th Nagaland Legislative Assembly scheduled for June 30 has been deferred to August 13. Informing this, Assembly Commissioner and Secretary Dr. P.J. Anthony stated that certain unforeseen developments have emerged, prompting the deferment of the 6th session of the 13th Nagaland Legislative Assembly scheduled for July 30 at 9:30 a.m. Accordingly, the Governor has indicated August 13 for the deferred sitting of the Assembly. Further details regarding the session will be communicated eventually, he added. The Speaker's decision came after the opposition Naga People's Front resolved to abstain from attending the Assembly session on July 30 after COVID-19 positive cases were detected among the staff of the Assembly Secretariat, including MLA and the support staff. A press release from the NPF Legislature Party following a meeting at the Leader of Opposition T.R. Ziliang's residence in Kohima on July 29 stated that the opposition leader had written to the Speaker to defer the date of Assembly sitting scheduled for July 30. Now, India achieved a remarkable feat today by surpassing more than 10 lakh recoveries from COVID-19. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry said a total of 10,20,582 people have recovered in the country so far, and 32,553 recoveries have been reported in the past 24 hours. With this, the recovery rate has improved to 64.43%. The case fatality rate of coronavirus has further declined to 2.2% in the country. The Health Ministry today said maximum number of 52,123 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country in one day, taking the total number of cases to 15,83,792. Presently, the total number of active coronavirus in the country is 5,28,242. In a single day, 775 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 34,968. Maharashtra continues to report the highest number of cases, followed by Tamil Nadu, Delhi, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. In the northeast, Assam has reported 36,295 cases of the pathogen. A total of 4,485 cases have been reported in Tripura, 2,458 in Manipur. Arunachal Pradesh has 1,410. Meghalaya has reported 784. Sikkim 596 and Mizoram has registered 398 infections so far. The Union Health Ministry has issued new guidelines for opening up of more activities in areas outside the containment zones. The process of phased reopening of activities have been extended further in Unlock 3, which will come into effect from 1st of August. The new guidelines issued yesterday are based on feedback received from states and union territories and extensive consultations held with related central ministries and departments. Restrictions on movement of individuals during night have been removed. Yoga institutes and gymnasiums will be allowed to open from 5th of August. In this regard, standard operating procedure will be issued by Health Ministry for ensuring social distancing. Independence Day functions will be allowed with social distancing and by following other health safety protocols. Schools, colleges and coaching institutions will remain closed till 31st of August. All activities except metro, rail, cinema halls, swimming pools Entertainment parks, theatres, bars shall be permitted outside containment zones. Social, political, sports, entertainment, academic, cultural, religious functions and other large gatherings will not be permitted. Activities in the containment zones shall be monitored strictly by state and union territory authorities, and the guidelines relating to containment measures in these zones shall be strictly implemented. States and union territories, based on the assessment of the situation, may prohibit certain activities outside the containment zones or impose such restrictions as deemed necessary. However, there shall be no restriction in interstate and intrastate movement of person and goods. 3 soldiers of the Assam Rifles were killed and at least 6 injured in an attack by militants in Manipur's border district of Chandel last evening. According to sources, the attack occurred at a place called Khongtal, which is very close to the Indo-Myanmar border in Chandel at around 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, the source said. The Assam Rifles team was returning to their base at Khongtal when an IED exploded, followed by an indiscriminate fire, a police officer in Chapki Karong, under which the area falls, said. According to the police, the deceased have been identified as Havildar Pranay Kalita, hailing from Assam, Rifleman Metna Konyak from Nagaland, and Rifleman Ratan Salim from Manipur. Security officials suspect the People's Liberation Army of Manipur to be behind the attack. The overall number of global COVID-19 cases has increased to over 17.03 million, while the deaths have topped to more than 6.67 lakh, according to the Johns Hopkins University. As of this morning, the total number of cases stood at 1,70,30,329, while the fatalities rose to 6,67,014. The US accounted for the world's highest number of infections and fatalities at 44,26,935 and 1,50,708 respectively. Brazil came in the second place with 25,52,265 infections and 90,134 deaths. And with that, we come to the end of this news broadcast. Do subscribe to us on the YouTube channel and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. And stay updated with the latest from across the world, the country, the region, and from the state as well. Meanwhile, stay safe, practice safe health hygiene, and maintain social distancing wherever you are. But most importantly, take good care of yourself. Thanks for watching.